Hi guys, it's 𝗙𝗓𝗓 here from Speak to Spirit with 𝗙𝗓𝗓, and I am a spiritual life coach, and I'm here to help those of you who are battling currently with fear and negativity. So I just put this video together using a combination of resources just to try and help those who are really battling at the moment. What is fear? Let's dive right in. So fear is an unpleasant an unpleasant emotion caused by the threat of danger, pain, or harm. Okay, and fear brings about the flight or fight response in our bodies, which directly affects our body and our immune system. So the fight or flight response or stress response is triggered by a release of hormones, either prompting us to stay and fight or run away and flee. This is explained by psychologist 𝗙𝗚𝗓𝗵, who's got a PhD. And during the response, all bodily systems are working to keep us alive in what we've perceived as a dangerous situation. So during this fight or flight response, your body is trying to prioritize. So anything it doesn't need for immediate survival is placed on the back burner. And this means that digestion, reproductive and growth hormone production, and tissue repair are all temporarily halted. So instead, your body is now using all of its energy on the most crucial priorities and functions. Okay, because it's in that fight or flight mode. So if we can act, we must act. If we cannot, we must surrender. We have no other choice. And any thought otherwise creates more suffering, because it is in resistance that we suffer. There's a lot of teachings by 𝗙𝗘𝗚𝗔𝗥 with regards to this, so feel free to go and do some research on that. Fear brings down our immune system. Okay, it brings down our immune system, guys. Fear is going to take you down, and it's going to keep you down unless you rise against the fear and you face it head on. And fear is probably one of the biggest killers right now, because we are buying into this mass hysteria and this collective the collective energy right now, which is fear-based, and it's probably one of the main reasons why people are getting so sick, because fear lowers your vibration and hence lowers your immune system. Okay, brings it right down, and that gives the virus a chance to attack. So during my recent bout with COVID, I'm on day 14. I'm okay now, thankfully. I'm very grateful for my health, and I say bout because that's what it felt like, a bout with my sanity in many moments. I was hyper focused on staying calm and what I could be grateful for, and keeping myself anxiety free, because just before me, my husband had COVID, and he suffered from severe panic attacks, which is very unusual for him. He's like a firefighter policeman. He is the person who would never, sorry, all my notifications are going off, who would never, the last person you'd think would have panic attacks, but he did. And it was because of his worry for myself and for my daughter, who's 8. He was worried about something happening to her, and that's why he was having panic attacks. So the anxiety and the fear around that comes with having COVID is very real. And I watched him suffering from the panic attacks, and I thought, sure, there's someone who doesn't usually have anxiety and who's never had a panic attack in his life, and yet he's had them now because of COVID and the anxiety that it gave him. Imagine the people out there who suffer from anxiety on a regular, everyday basis, how they must be battling and how they must be suffering. And so, yeah, I think trying to give you guys tools to help you, or trying to help you to understand where the fear comes from, is very helpful to get you into the right mindset. So with me, I kept a positive mindset, and I didn't allow the fear to run away with me and take over, because I know and I understand that fear is a low vibrating frequency, and when we allow it to take our power, then it brings down our entire vibration and our immune system. And when you understand that everything vibrates on a frequency, everything is energy, okay? And everything vibrates on a frequency, and we attract the frequencies that we vibrate on. For example, love attracts love. Fear attracts more of that low vibrating negativity to you. You do not want to be operating from a space or on a frequency of fear, because it's low vibrating and therefore attracts more of the same to you. You don't want that. You want to raise your vibration so that you attract things that are aligned with that vibration, or the vibration of love and joy and happiness and hope and positivity and faith. So as Abraham Hicks says, as you think, you vibrate. As you vibrate, you attract. Remember that. So we need to vibrate out of fear, and this is how we do it. Love. Okay, express love and allow yourself to receive love. If you are putting love out there to other people, to friends, to family, to those who are currently battling, to neighbors, to your community, to anybody that needs love, putting that love out there and projecting that love and saying I'm here, and sharing that general sense of community, commitment, camaraderie, compassion, empathy, that is going to draw that and attract that back to you. So important. Gratitude. Gratitude is huge. I mean, this was something you should be doing in your everyday life anyway. Look around you. What can you be grateful for right now? Okay, so for example, when I was here at home and I was feeling ill and I wasn't feeling well, I would look around me and go, I live in a beautiful place. You know, I mean, I've got this amazing greenery. I'm trying to move this thing so you can see. This is my sunroom, and I'm very blessed. We've just moved in here, and we have this incredible garden. We've got incredible wildlife, bird life, and I just try to be so grateful and appreciative for where I was, even though it's not where I wanted to be in terms of health. I had to look around me and find the good wherever I could, which was my family being isolated with me was a good thing. You know, I had food in my fridge. It's the small things sometimes. I was able to breathe, which was so important, because obviously so many people getting COVID and they aren't able to breathe properly. So it's a huge issue. So I looked around me, I thought there's so many people who are going through this and who are worse off or have been hospitalized, and I am focusing on where I am right now. I'm okay right now, I'm healthy right now in terms of not being hospitalized and not battling to breathe, etc. And I offer gratitude for that. I offer gratitude for anything I could find, and that lifts your vibration. When you are in a state of gratitude, it is very difficult to be miserable, because sorry, because gratitude is a high vibration. Okay, and it's impossible to be grateful and to be unhappy at the same time. Sorry, this stupid thing now. So humor. The other thing is humor. If you want to raise your vibration as well quite fast, you need to laugh. Find something to be happy about. Find something to make you laugh. Go watch a funny movie, watch a comedy, watch a sitcom that you love, watch a comedy show. Phone a mate who is someone who makes you laugh. I've got one of my best friends, Tracy. I know I can phone her and we will end up laughing about random stuff. We are just those kind of friends, and I love that. She always lifts my spirits, and we have such a good synergy like that. And I know if I need to laugh, I phone Tracy. So phone your friend or your family member, the person who you know has got a sense of humor and is going to help bring some laughter back into your life. And sometimes we need to laugh at ourselves as well. Okay. Compassion and generosity I've spoken about. So help other people who are less fortunate. Go find out in your community who needs help. If you know, if you are not currently battling with COVID, but the anxiety and the fear of what's going on is obviously is giving you issues, to counteract that and to kind of distract yourself from that, get out there and go help people. You will feel better about yourself, and you're going to help people at the same time. Go lend a hand, share love and good vibes as much as possible, guys. It's so important. And just tell people that you're there for them if they need you. Other ways to raise your vibration: singing, dancing. Even if you do it alone in your lounge, put on some inspirational music or some upbeat, cool music that just makes you feel alive. Go wild, feel it. Close the curtains if you don't want people to laugh at you that are walking past. Do whatever you have to do and go a little bit crazy and just enjoy being in that moment and getting lost in the music. Sometimes we just need to let loose. Okay, just having a sip of water. You can also do meditation and breath work. So the biggest thing, and this will be like, this is the overall theme in trying to get through this time now, is to be present. Okay, and something that helps you to be present is meditation and breath work. When you train yourself to be present with the moment, you know, within the moment now, you resonate more harmoniously with truth, and the past and the future are only in your mind. Do you know that the past only exists in your mind? It doesn't exist otherwise, okay? And the future hasn't happened yet. So there's no point putting yourself there, and that's the problem with anxiety and fear, is that we are living future-based instead of right here, right now. What if, worst case scenario. Let's bring ourselves back now and go, okay, this is where we are right now. Bring yourself into the present moment. Look around you for the good that you can, and meditating and breathing mindfully calms your nervous system. Scientifically proven, meditation is proven to help calm you. It improves your mood. It brings about greater feelings of peace, and all those high vibe qualities that are going to benefit your state of being. So it is so worth it. And you don't have to be spiritual to meditate. Meditation is really just going within and quietening the mind, or spending time with yourself, listening to your own inner guidance system. Okay, sometimes we need to do that because there's a lot that we could help ourselves with if we just took the time out to listen. Another thing that really helps is nature. Nature is incredible. Mother Nature is a healer. So getting out into the sun, when the sun shines, of course. Earthing is also proven to help reduce stress. We are an electrical circuit, okay? So when we earth and we ground ourselves to, and I'm talking about go outside, stand on the grass or stand in the soil or the ground or whatever, and allow your body to make contact with the earth, it grounds you just like it would any electrical body, which is what we need. It gets rid of free radicals, it reduces inflammation. There's a whole lot of things. Go and research it, okay? You can believe it or not believe it, but go and research it. For me, it helped me. Being outside in nature, and even by waterfalls, streams, rivers, whatever, they all help as well. Mother Nature, and just the soothing, just I'm looking outside now at the greenery and the beauty, and it just relaxes and calms me. It gives me that sense of tranquility. So make sure you spend time in nature. Eating high vibrational food is so important. Sorry, when I was sick, I changed to an alkaline diet. Again, I'm not a medical professional. I do not profess to be. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a dietitian. I did things that I had researched and that I felt were good for me, and this is what worked for me. And this, now we're talking though on a fear, sort of on a fear based solution, okay, to get yourself raise your vibration is what we're talking about. But on another note, this did help me with the COVID. Eating more alkaline food, eating stuff that's come from the earth, greens, lots of greens and leafy greens, nutrient dense, prana rich foods. Everything you consume is prana, which is life force energy. If you eat a lot of dead things or processed things, it can lower your vibration. Again, this is all my own personal feelings and research that I've done, and experiences as well. You're welcome to do whatever it is that you want to do. Take the advice, don't. But eating high vibrational, sort of leafy, nutrient-rich food is very helpful to raise your vibration. Okay, it makes you feel more light and vibrant and alive. Obviously, thinking positive thoughts is very helpful. What you think about, you become, and each thought you think creates your future. Let us not forget, we are creators in this life. If the thoughts you think are pessimistic, overly anxious, or in any way negative, you are probably going to attract exactly what it is that you're thinking about. Remember that. Just as gratitude draws more of the same to you, so does negative thinking. So if you are being jealous or angry or resentful or impatient or nasty or whatever it is, you are going to attract more of that to you, because you are a magnet. Think of yourself as a magnet. Whatever you're putting out there, whatever you're thinking, speaking, or feeling is what you are emitting out into the universe and what you're drawing back to you. So be sure to be aware of your self-speak, okay, and the way you are reacting and communicating with people around you, your environment and situations. So negative energy can leave you feeling heavy and burdened. So you need to be diligent about what thoughts you give your attention to, and it can take only 17 seconds for a thought to attract another one, like, oh, I'm feeling miserable. Oh yes, and this has gone wrong. Oh my God. And then it snowballed into this massive thing. Okay. Lift your vibration out of fear by focusing on the positive and by changing your self-speak. And every time you go, oh, I'm so scared of getting COVID, or I'm scared I'm going to die, or I'm scared I'm going to go to hospital, snap out of that. Get that right out of your vocab. Get that right out of your head right now. Okay. You can't be thinking like that, because then you are attracting it. All right. So another way to raise your vibration is joy. What makes you feel happy? What do you love doing? What makes you feel fulfilled? What makes you feel alive? Do you like, my husband loves playing guitar, working out new songs and chords. His guitar is sitting over there on the chair. I love cooking. I love cooking. I love trying new recipes. I love obviously doing readings. I mean, that's what I do, readings as well. I help people. That makes me feel alive. That makes me feel fulfilled and worthy. I'm very lucky that I found my purpose. I'm very blessed. I'm also a professional photographer, so I love getting out there and taking photos. I do some macro, but I'm mostly people. Not right now, though. I'm not doing shoots at the moment. It's, a couple of weeks. But when I cook, or when I take photos, or when I do readings, it makes me feel alive. It gives me joy. And that lifts my vibration. So do you love to paint? Do you love to garden? Do you love to go on hikes? Do you like to read stories to your kids? Do you like to bake? What do you like to do? Do more of that. That raises your vibration. You need to be consistent in these things and do them every single day in order to make a change, though, okay? Water is incredible at removing negative energy. Every morning when I shower and every evening when I shower, I visualize the water washing away and cleansing me, washing away all negativity, washing away all negative attachments, clearing and cleansing me, and allowing me to be free of the stresses of the day, or just of, if it's in the morning, it's just getting me ready for the day ahead. It works a dream, like an absolute treat. So remember, the frequency that fear vibrates on absolutely takes away our power and basically renders us helpless and weak, okay? And that fear leads to suffering, as we are well aware of. So during a time like this, fear, when there's that collective energy of fear, it ends up dividing us, and it ends up fueling distrust in other people, and it spreads faster than the bloody any virus can. So you've got to be aware of your part in this whole collective energy. Are you spreading fear, or are you helping to change that dialogue, that conversation? Are you changing the conversation? Start being a catalyst for change. Start spreading love. It's imperative that we rise above this fear and we vibrate so high that fear is overcome by love. And this is what's going to help us to overcome what we're going through right now in this whole pandemic. Spiritual hygiene is a good practice right now. Me personally, get cleansing with baths and showers, sacred smoke from smudges and incenses. If you go and do some research on smoke, sage, it does kill bacteria in the air and stuff like that. Again, go and do your research. If you want to do it, do it. If you don't, don't. Personally, this is something that I do regularly because of the work I do. I burn sage and smudge, and I clear and cleanse my house and myself regularly. Besides the actual physical benefits that I feel about it, it's also a mental thing. As you are doing it, you are visualizing your space being cleaned. You are feeling better about your space. You're feeling better about yourself. It has many benefits. You can also use sound healing and vibrational frequencies, like I've got music playing in the background now. Frequency 396 Hertz is good for fear, and 417 Hertz is good for clearing negativity. This one I've got on now is on YouTube. It's called 852 Hertz, Let Go of Fear, Overthinking and Worries, Cleanse Destructive Energy. So you can go and Google. There's tons on YouTube. Go and find some awesome sound healing. Put it on in the background. Go lie in the bath. Light candles. That's something that I love doing. It totally chills me out. I get in my bath, I get a good book, I light my candles, I turn the lights off, I put bubbles in, I put bath salts in, and I put music on, and I chill. Very therapeutic, very helpful with anxiety as well. If you want to use crystals, fantastic crystals for combating fear are citrine, sodalite, malachite, hematite, and for grounding and bringing yourself centered, you can use black tourmaline, smoky quartz, and onyx. I get all my crystals from Enchanted Earth in Hillcrest. This is the area that I'm based in. But yeah, you can find crystals pretty much from any esoteric shop if you go and Google. Okay. So another thing we can do is we can also take the energy of fear and use that energy for other things. Define it, embrace it, and allow it to energize you. Take that energy of that fear and use it for something else, for good. And that does sound very, paradoxical in nature, but the more we hide from fear, the more it freezes us. So grab that energy instead and use it to focus on feeling better. Use it to focus on your goals. When you start feeling that fear, go, no, I'm not going to let this fear grab me now. I'm going to take that energy now. I'm going to say, all right, what do I want to achieve this year? Where do I want to be in 5 months' time? Where do I see my life going? What do I want to implement in my life in the next 2 months? Whatever it is. Okay, use that energy that you were going to expend on the fear rather on energy to create. Okay. Remember too that if you are afraid of something, you are acknowledging that it has power over you. Stop giving your power over to fear. You control your mind and your body, and you can take your power back. So do it. Understand that everything that happens is allowed by you. You have control over it. Every feeling you have the power to control it. But yes, it does take time, and it isn't always easy. But the more you do it, the easier it gets. So it is in times like these that it's important to step away from the noise and recognize it for what it is. Fear-mongering. There's a lot of fear-mongering going on. If you find that social media and certain people or certain anything, news, whatever it is, it's giving you anxiety or fear, step away from it. Stay away from it for a while. You don't have to be there. You don't have to go onto it. You don't have to subject yourself to that. If there are people that are fear-mongering, that are constantly sending you stuff or constantly tagging you in things, or you see stuff on their wall on Facebook, go restrict them or speak to them if they're sending you stuff and say, listen, please, you're not helping with my anxiety. May you please refrain from sending me stuff like that. It's your life. You're allowed to put boundaries in place. Okay. So it is crucial to not resist what is happening to you right now. Acceptance is key. It is what it is, and what matters is how you are responding and reacting to what is going on around you and what is happening to you. Sorry, my leg is dead. Pins and needles. Staying focused on a positive outcome is imperative, because even in the darkest times when things feel like they may never change, know that it is temporary. Everything is temporary. This life is temporary. So don't get attached and caught up in where you are right now. It's not forever. And you're more powerful than you can ever comprehend. We all have the ability to heal ourselves. We have the ability to heal our bodies. I spent many hours talking to my body and the cells in my body and asking them to regenerate and telling them they're amazing and asking my body to heal itself. Again, go and research this stuff. Go and find out more about it if it interests you. You are a universe. Y-O-U. You are a universe. And you create as you speak, as you think, as you feel. So make sure whatever you're telling yourself is positive and for your highest good. Feel the feels when they come, but make sure you don't stay there, because staying there is the greatest problem. Once you learn how to get yourself out of those feelings, that's when you start winning, because it'll get easier and easier every time. It becomes habit. You can also call loved ones and tell them how you're feeling and talk through your fears. Okay, talking also helps. And know that you are stronger than your greatest fear. Now, I'm going to chat quickly about negativity. That's the other flip side of the coin. It's so easy to fall into the trap of negativity. It can be so subtle, just like lingering beneath the surface of your conversations and your behaviors and your interactions without you even realizing or understanding how much you do it. And this can come from you or another person or environment you're in or situations that are going on. And you've got to, the way to get around this is to really start becoming more self-aware about how you are, what you are thinking, what you are feeling, what you are speaking. Again, so important. That's self-awareness. And also recognizing the people around you and the environments around you that are toxic to you, and slowly removing yourself from them or changing those environments or people, and getting rid of any negative influences that are in your life. So negative thoughts, yes, they can sometimes really overwhelm us, especially people who suffer from anxiety or depression, or have panic attacks. Some people tend to see everything in a negative light, and this, please understand, is a choice. You are making that choice. When you say, oh, I'm sick, oh, I'm tired, oh, nothing's going right in my life, oh, I hate my job, oh, nothing ever goes right, whatever it is that you're saying that's negative, or, again, this person didn't do this, or what I expected, or whatever it is, okay? Understand that you have a choice, whether it's consciously or subconsciously. And our thoughts are not just some random thing that happens without our control. We can, in fact, retrain ourselves to stop thinking negatively and to start thinking more positively, which is going to change your life overall. There's a whole thing about scientifically proven, again, there's a lot of science and a lot of things where you can retrain your brain. Your brain has got neural pathways, and from your self-limiting beliefs and society and the way you've been brought up, you have these neural pathways that are well worn because it's what you've always thought. And yes, it takes time. Imagine a bicycle track, okay, with lots of trails and pathways. If you're going to go on a trail, you're going to choose most of the time the one that's the most worn because it's the easiest or the safest for a lot of people. So they'll go down that one. It's the same with your brain. Your brain has a thought and it goes, I'm going to go down the most well-worn neural pathway, which is this one. It's the one I've always gone down. It's like, oh, everything's gone to crap. Everything is the way it is. Nothing's going to change. When you now say, hey, that's not how it is anymore, I choose to be more positive. You know what? Things are going to get better. Tomorrow's going to be a better day. I am going to start writing my goals down. I'm going to start doing this. You start forming these new neural pathways. It's like cutting away the bush in the forest to create a new track for your bike. Yes, it takes time and effort, and it's going to be a couple of goes along there before the path is well worn enough for you to want to go there, without even thinking. It's the same thing with these neural pathways. So just remember that it takes time to cultivate habits. It takes time to retrain your brain, but it is possible. But only you can do it. Okay. So, it does take accountability and it does take awareness in order to really see this and understand it. And people are so used to making excuses, playing the victim, and blaming others, that they don't actually realize that they are the ones who hold the power. And we can think negatively about our lives, ourselves, other people in our lives, our situations in our lives, and this negative mind is always going to find flaws in everything. So two different people can be sick with COVID, and a negative person might immediately feel sorry for themselves, play victim, look for pity and blame others for their condition, see the worst case scenario, go, oh my God, I'm going to go to hospital, I'm going to die, whatever it is. Okay, they might see the worst case scenario. Whereas you'll get someone else who might have COVID and they go, you know what? It's okay. I've now got a chance to rest. I've got a chance to get my diet back on track. I'm going to eat healthy and juice and whatever. Like, that's what I did. I said I needed time to rest. I was burnt out. This is the perfect opportunity for my body to just chill. And I know that's also one of the reasons why I got COVID, because I needed to rest. So you've got to try to find the positive where you can. I mean, that's the key thing in life, is find the positive where you can. Okay. Meditating, healing, inner work, it's all the stuff that you can do if you are sick and home, or if you are isolating at home, and making the choice to see things differently and choosing the positive instead of the negative. So thinking positively means seeing the best in everything. It means being grateful for what you have instead of what you don't have, and it means finding those blessings in every situation. Nothing in our lives happens without a reason. There is always a purpose, and everything is for our highest good, as much as we don't want to believe it. For our soul's purpose and journey in this life, everything that happens is for our highest good, even when it seems like it's the most catastrophic, worst thing that could ever happen. Sometimes we don't realize it in this lifetime, and we only have the lessons later, and once we've passed over. But generally, that is what it's all about. Practicing mindfulness can be very helpful in freeing your mind from negative thinking as well. So meditation puts you in a state where you are connecting with your inner self, where you are finding that peace, to listen to your inner guidance system and allowing your ego to be silent. And in connecting with our higher self, we start seeing bigger pictures, we see bigger perspectives, we get more insight, and our intuition can then guide us better. So we start finding that peace and understanding that the bad that we perceive to be bad is not always what we think it is. Sometimes bad needs to come into our lives to help us shift. We are free to choose, though. Remember that. So to help change your negativity mindset, I want you to ask yourself these things, okay? When you are in what seems like a negative situation, I want you to ask yourself this. Am I doing everything I can right now to help myself or others in the situation? Yes? Fantastic. Okay. There's nothing more you can do then. If you aren't, okay, what can I change or improve on? If you are in a situation where you are worried or feared or stressful about the future, ask yourself, am I doing everything I can right now to combat whatever flippin' scenario I've worrying about? Yes, I am. Fantastic. There's nothing more you can do. Now you need to surrender, release, and let go. Okay. Also ask yourself, what has this experience taught me so far? I mean, there's so many lessons. Like my husband said, COVID taught him to appreciate food more. He says not being able to taste or smell food was terrible for him. So, I mean, that's something that he got out of it. So there's always an experience, but you need to look for them. Okay. Another thing you can do when a negative thought appears, you can ask yourself, is this negative thought valid? What is the worst case scenario? Okay, now let's face that head on and look at it. Let's feel it. Let's understand what it would mean. Now, are you doing everything you can to avoid it? Are you doing everything you can to combat this worst case scenario? Yes? Okay, good. Release, accept, let go, surrender. Stop resisting. If you're not, make changes, get more vitamins, eat better, have more rest, whatever it is. Stay away from people that are sick, whatever it is that you're battling with. If there's nothing more that you can do, then you need to stop focusing on it and redirect your energy to what you can change or what you can be grateful for right now. You also need to replace the negativity in your surroundings. Ask yourself, what are the top 5 negative influences in your life at the moment? TV, social media, people, magazines, work colleagues. Replace them or avoid them. Okay. The other thing is, don't make things bigger than they are. Okay, you get COVID, you test positive. You don't have symptoms. Right, stay focused on that and not the fact that you might get really sick and go to hospital, etc., etc. It's not going to help you. Don't make mountains out of molehills. Very important. Talk it out. Share your feelings. Express yourself. Chat to someone about what you're going through. It helps to get stuff off your chest. Okay. Release is good. Venting is good. Live and come back to this moment. When you're tapping into that negative thinking, you're often thinking about something that's happened, or something that might happen, or both, and then your mood goes, oh my gosh, you know, like I'm so worried now. This is what happened to somebody else, or this is what happened to me before. Now this is what might happen now. Snap out of it, and to snap out of it, you need to put your attention fully into this moment. Be present into what's here right now. Where are you right now? Are you okay right now? Yes, good. Focus on that. Start making it a habit to spend more of your time in the present moment, and you'll naturally have a less negative outlook, and you're going to be more open and constructive. So a couple of ways to bring yourself back into being mindful. Breathing, very quick. Take a 1 to 2 minute pause. Take deeper breaths through your nose, out of your mouth. Deep breaths. Focus on that breath going in and out. And you can even say, with each breath in, I breathe in white light. With each breath out, I breathe out all negativity, all toxicity. I release everything negative, however you want to do it. Take in the world around you. Take a 1 to 2 minute break. Get out of your head. Put your attention on what's going on around you. What can you taste? What can you smell? What can you touch? What can you feel? What can you see? Engage your senses. That sensory experience brings you into the present moment, and that's a very quick and easy way to do that. Yeah, so I know this was a long video. I hope you all made it to the end, but these are just things that I've picked up from lots of sources and through my own experiences, and I wanted to share it so that I could help people. So please let me know what you thought. If this has helped you, please feel to share it with friends and family who need it. And I'm sending everyone so much love and light and blessings. Honestly, I also just want this to be over now. It would be wonderful for life to go back to normal, although it shouldn't go back to normal. Things need to change, obviously. But looking forward to a new life when this is all over. Sending you all love. Take care. Blessings. And if anybody wants one-on-one help with fear and anxiety or negativity, I do offer readings. Feel free to get in touch with me. Take care, guys. Please go like my page, Speak to Spirit with 𝗙𝗓𝗓, or you can email me info@speaktospiritwithgaylene.co.za. Thanks, guys. Bye.